Now welcome students again into the chemistry laboratory. Today we do here the practical, that is the to determine heat of displacement of copper from copper sulfate solution from zinc dust. Now generally 1 gram of zinc dust we have given during the practical. It may be in examination or in general practical, regular practical. Now 1 gram of the zinc dust is always given us, and we have to displace the copper from this copper sulfate solution by the zinc by adding that zinc dust into the copper sulfate solution. And during that time, what is the enthalpy of displacement or heat of displacement we have to calculate by the calculation. Now here the reaction is in this way. Copper sulfate aqueous when reacts with zinc, this zinc takes place of copper, and copper get here, it get precipitated out. Now see here, the zinc CuSO4 aqueous plus Zn solid, it gives ZnSO4. Here this Zn displaces copper and there is formation of solid copper. Now for 1 mole, that heat, that is the heat of displacement is minus 217.5 kilojoule per mole. Now we have taken here 1 gram of the zinc dust. Now for this apparatus, for this practical, which apparatus are necessary? Polythene bottle having the hole, 2 holes to the cork. Again beaker for the copper sulfate solution, 0.2 molar copper sulfate solution required, and the quantity of copper sulfate solution is 25 ml. Then thermometer, 1/10 the thermometer as that of in the last practical dissolution of copper. That is also we learned that thermometer 1/10 same thermometer is required. Now measuring cylinder to measure the 25 ml of 0.2 molar copper sulfate solution also required. And the chemicals are the zinc dust and 0.2 molar copper sulfate solution. These are only the chemical. Now how is the procedure and how this practical we have to conduct? Let us learn now how we conduct that practical. Now see which type of thermometer is required to measure the temperature of the initial temperature of copper sulfate solution and the final temperature after adding the zinc dust into that of the copper sulfate solution. Now first let us learn the thermometer. Now this thermometer is of 1/10 type. Now this is somewhat larger thermometer, and we can measure the up to 0.2 degree centigrade temperature with this thermometer. 0.2 degree centigrade. How? Now see here, this we can measure again the negative temperature also by using this 1/10 thermometer. Now this is in this way. There is the 0 marking somewhat from the lower side of this thermometer, from the bottom. Now that is the 0 temperature. Now below that 0 temperature there are the marking in such way -2, -4, -6 up to -8. That means up to the -8 degree centigrade temperature we can measure by using this thermometer. Then above 0 there are the marking as 2, 4, 6, 8 means 8 degree, and after that 10 degree. All even, that is the numbers 2, 4, 6, 8. 2, 4, 6, 8 even number, and after that there is the 10, but the 10 is written as 1 to add this side and 0 to add this side. Again above 10 there are again 2, 4, 6, 8. In this way there are the markings, and after 8 there is the, what is there now, this above 10 there are the 2 0.08. And above that there is the 2, 4, 6, 8. And that are the 22, 24, 26 and 28. And after that 30 degrees centigrade. That is also 3 to the one side and 0 to the another side. Now see students, in between these 2 and 4 or any 2 digit, there are the 10 lines. Now suppose here these 6 and 8 have the 10 lines between them. Again 4 and 6 have the 10 lines. But what is the difference between these 2 digits 6 and 8 of the 2 degree? But lines are only 10. That means one line is, now the difference is that of the 2 degrees centigrade and the lines are 10. So the fifth line is for to this 6 and 8. The fifth line is of the 7. Do you understand that? 10 lines are there. And the difference is of 2 degrees centigrade. So every line is of the 0.2. 0.2 plus 0.2 plus 0.2. In this way, the fifth line becomes, that is the of 1.0. 1.0 means 1 degree. Now above 6 plus 1, what is that? 7. And then if the temperature is above this 10 up to the fifth line of this 6 and 8, in between 6 and 8, that means the temperature is 17 degrees centigrade. And if it is at 8, that is the 18 degrees centigrade, above 8 and this 20, suppose there is the fifth line. Up to that 10 line, fifth line will be there. That temperature will be then, that is the 19 degrees centigrade, because this is the 18 and this is 20. And in between there are the 10 lines. The fifth line is of the 19 degrees centigrade. So we can measure the 0.2 degrees centigrade temperature by using this 110 thermometer. Now give me the answer if there is the temperature, that is the mercury shows the temperature as that of above this 20, in between that of the 6 and 8 at fifth line, then what will be the temperature? Above 20, in between 6 and 8, there is the fifth line is there. The thermometer shows the mercury here. Then what will be the temperature? Who will tell? Now this is the above the 20, this 6 and 8 means here is the 26, here is the 28. But the mercury is here on the fifth line. Then what will be the temperature? 27. And if it is on sixth line, then what will be that temperature? One line is 0.2 degrees centigrade. 27.2. If it is on the seventh line, 27.4. 8th line, 27.6. 9th line, 27.8. And the 10 is the 28. 10th line is directly on 28. In this way, this is the thermometer rate. Now let us actually do the practical. Now what is the procedure here? Now you take the 25 ml of the 0.2 molar copper sulfate by using this measuring cylinder. This is the 100 ml measuring cylinder and we have to measure only 25 ml. Now let us measure 25 ml. Now in between 20 and 30 there is the marking of 25 ml of copper sulfate solution. We measure here. Now see, between the 20 and 30 this line is of 25 and take the 25 ml of the 0.2 molar copper sulfate solution into the polythene bottle. Now this must be dry polythene bottle and empty Then add into that this 25 ml copper sulfate solution. Very simple practical. Now from this solution copper gas get displaced by using the zinc, and we have also given here the zinc dust of 1 gram. Now first you must take the initial temperature now of this copper sulfate solution. Now this is the 1/10 thermometer I am putting here. Now one student come here and see where is the mercury and what is the initial temperature. Now this is the line that is the mercury. Do you see in that line? Now see where is the mercury. Yes, here. Now 1 minute. What is the last temperature? Here 2 and here 0. Is there 2 and 0? And about that 6 and 8. In between 6 and 8 up to the 5th line, that mercury. Do you want to see the temperature anyone again? We will see later the practical. All you have given this thermometer. Now this is correctly 25 degree centigrade because here the mercury is found above this 20 in between these 4 and 6 fifth line here. That means 25 degree centigrade. Now that is the accurate temperature 25 degree. Now same temperature is in this polythene bottle solution also because the solution are same, but this is convenient to measure, so we take the initial temperature. Now in observation table you have to write down the initial temperature T1 as 25 degrees centigrade. I will show you after the completion of this practical the observation table and calculation how we can do into the examination. Now add the 1 gram of this zinc powder into this polythene bottle and immediately cork up, or this cork you must that, and add into that the thermometer. By shaking there is very large increase in the temperature. Up to 10 degrees centigrade the temperature may be increased or above it, because this is the displacement reaction and into that heat get released, and therefore the temperature of that solution get increases and it is the negative enthalpy. Now take the 1 gram of this zinc powder is given us and I am pouring it into this polythene bottle. Zinc powder to 1 gram only, and immediately you cork up, shake this bottle and you now put the thermometer into that. Now shake for some time and then see the constant temperature, what is the increase in that temperature. Come again, one student, same student come and see the temperature, how many increase. Now see here, this is 2 and 0, okay, and above that see here. Now and the last figure is 20 or 30, the below figure means this is the 2 and 0. Then here what is there, 2 and 0, above 2 and 0 or 3 and 0, see clearly. Now 4 and 0 and 3 and 0. 3 0 above the 3 0, then above the 30 in between, above the 30 in between 4 and, see clearly, take in your hand, above 30 on which figure that mercury is. 9 means in between 8 and 30 above the, sorry, in between 3.9 3.9, that means 3.9, this, that is the mercury is above 30, okay, above 30 degree. On which figure? On 8, between the 8 and 40 there is the 9, that means 39, that temperature will be, okay. The see student, here the temperature is above 30 in between 8 and 40. Above 30 means above 38 means 38, but the above again 38 5 lines are there, that means 39. So the T2, that is the final temperature, is 39 degrees centigrade. Then what is the difference? Delta T, T1 is, here T1 is 25 degrees centigrade and T2 is, she says that it is the 39 degrees centigrade. So the difference is 39 minus 25, and that is the above 14 degrees centigrade. Now this may become above 10. I already tell you the temperature increases very largely, and then we can calculate the, after calculation, the heat required to that is the displace of this 1 mole of copper sulfate solution by the zinc. And first we calculate the only for the 1 gram of the zinc, and how many for 1 mole of zinc we will calculate in the calculation. Then how it is calculated, how the observation table is there. Now see that. Now the apparatus requiring are very simple, practical is also very simple. You only take the correct reading of the temperature, that is very important. And after that, now there is the observation table. Now I will show you that observation table and how many kilojoule of heat will be required or released during the displacement of 1 mole of the zinc from copper sulfate solution. Now see the how the observation table is there. Now here I do the calculation for the difference of temperature for 10 degrees centigrade. You can replace the 10 by 14 and do the calculation here. Now see, this is the handbook, our handbook is there. Now this is the observation table is here. Which are the required observation? Mass of 0.2 molar copper sulfate solution. Now that is there 25 gram. Now why 25 gram? We take the 25 ml, but 25 ml means 25 gram. The second one is the mass of zinc metal is given 1 gram. Total mass of solution becomes 26 gram. 25 plus 1, 26. Initial temperature of copper sulfate, that is the T1, we take here our today's atmosphere is cold. Now these readings are of the in the month of May. There will be 28 degrees centigrade, but now you have the temperature T1 25 degrees centigrade. The final temperature is, here is the 28 degrees centigrade of initial and 38 degrees centigrade final, but our final temperature is 39. So our difference rise in temperature of 14 degree, but here the difference is of 10 degree, 38 minus 28, 10 degree, and the specific heat of water is given 4.184 joule per gram. Now how the calculation, let us see. Now there is the heat evolved in displacement reaction is given by Q is equal to M into S into delta T. M is the mass of the solution, S is the specific heat, and delta T is the difference between the temperature. If we do this calculation by multiplying, the value is 1087.84. Now that is for the 10 degree centigrade difference. You may have the different value of Q because your delta T is 14 degree centigrade. Now 1000 ml 0.2 molar copper sulfate solution contain 0.2 mole of copper. In that 1000 solution of 0.2 molar copper sulfate, there are the 0.2 mole copper. Now our solution is only of 25 ml. So 25 ml 0.2 molar solution contain, that is the cross multiplication, 25 into 0.2 divided by 1000, and the value is 5 into 10 raised to, how many is there? 5 into 10 raised to minus 3 mole of copper. Now Q, that is the heat evolved when 5 into 10 raised to minus 3 mole of copper is displaced by the zinc. The value of the delta H here is how many? 1087.85, and therefore the enthalpy of displacement we have to calculate here now by dividing this value of Q by the 5 into 10 raised to minus 3, because for 5 into 10 raised to minus 3 mole this heat, then what is for 1 mole, and that is equal to in joules, that value joule per mole is now here 2,17,568, and by dividing 1000 the value convert into the kilojoule, that is minus 217.568. Now the minus sign, that means heat is evolved because the bottle becomes hotter and temperature increases here, and therefore the enthalpy of displacement of copper from copper sulfate solution delta H is, you can write here your answer in kilojoule, and in this way this is the completion of the practical. This practical is generally in examination for the 8 marks, not 10 marks. These are the practicals of the thermochemistry, and these practicals of thermochemistry are for 8 mark students into the examination. But there will be again 2 mark practical, because this is the practical of the that is third question, 8 mark, and third question is also of 10 marks. So the 2 marks of practical are for the functional group, or it may be to identify carbohydrate, protein or fats. That practical for 2 marks will be there. So total the third question will become of 3. Third question becomes for the 10 marks, and the second question is also of the 10 mark, that is the volumetric titration, and 10 marks for your journal, oral, and writing the activity, and the oral on that of the activity. In this way student, if you understand this 9th practical to determine the heat of displacement of copper from copper sulfate solution by using the zinc, then you like, share this video maximum students so that they can also understand this 9th practical. These are very, very important. Thank you for watching the video. Thank you very much. Like, share and subscribe this video.